I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a stitch with me. It is an unbranded one piece, the Pirate King canvas, and that is an anime. It is 11 count. It is 78 by 45 centimeters. It does have 37 colors. I do not have a link for this particular canvas because it's been in my project bags for a few years, so I do apologize about that. If you're a subscriber, thank you for returning and watching another Stitch With Me video today. I really appreciate you coming back. If you're not a subscriber and this is the type of content that you like, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this particular canvas, go ahead and give me a thumbs up saying that you liked it. Also, go ahead and drop me a comment if this is your first time visiting my channel and where you're watching me from. I like to know where my viewers are watching me from and what states or countries. Lastly, I did recently start a Facebook group, so if you guys want to go ahead and socialize off of YouTube and amongst each other, go ahead and head on over to Facebook. My group name is Stitching with Steph. I will also have a link for that in the description, so you guys can go ahead and be added to the group. It is new, so we're barely getting up and running, so please be mindful of that. All right, let's go ahead and get this canvas prepped and get this stitch with me started. All right, guys, so I have not stitched on this at all. This project is very heavy in confetti, as you can kind of see. So I originally bought this kit for my husband because One Piece is his favorite anime. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing image, as you can see down in the corner. It's really nice. I love the image in itself. However, look at all this confetti, guys. So what I do is I just try to work on it through my Stitch With Me's. It's just a lot of work. So we left off on our week 1 on this symbol, which is why I have my needle threaded here. It is color 939. And what I like about this canvas is that it gives you the color of the DMC next to it. So we're going to go ahead and finish working on this section in through here. Hopefully I can put a dent in it. I should put this on my rotation for the week of finishes. Not finishes, to work on. So what I do is, after I do all my filming on film day, I'll kind of see what projects need to be worked on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find my threader. I'm going to pause you for a second because that's going to be my second threader I lost this week. Hold on one second. I'm going to look for my threader so I can fix this, this here. All right, guys, I'm back. That is the second threader that I've lost this week. And I've never lost any threaders before, so I'm just like, what in the hell is going on? Because I literally just had it for my last video, and I'm like, did I put it in the bag? I don't know, whatever. I have like a million of them, so I kind of, I'm gonna be real with you, I kind of don't care. So I'm just gonna go ahead and thread this real fast. And again, I like these ones. I'm just gonna be smart and put it back in my little threading basket, okay? That's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the tail of this already, because if you can see there, it's not nice and even. So what I do is I like to trim it. And I also I got these at Daiso. If anybody needs like little canisters, sorry I have you guys zoomed in, but they're little canisters with like a lid on, and you have a Daiso, go there. I use it for all my threads. They were like $1. Anyways, I like the tails pretty much squared up like this. So when I go to start my pin stitch, I can just do it and not have to trim. Are there some instances where I have to trim it? Yes. I can't even remember. What did I say? How many count was this? I think 11, right? Yes, because it's 3 threads. So you see how there's a lot of confetti in this. I'm going to be real with you. On the back of this canvas, it is not going to be pretty. There's going to be a lot of traveling stitches going on. There's going to be a lot of crazy going on because I am not going to do a singular stitch for every single one of those for the back to look pretty. Not doing it. Not on this particular canvas because if I do that, it's just going to discourage me even more not to work on this canvas. And I really want to try to get this one done because I promised my husband this. Sorry, I'm waxing this piece here. I promised my husband this canvas like years ago. And luckily he has the ADHD, so he hasn't remembered either. So it's kind of nice. But this year, this canvas is one that is one of my goals to get done because I just will be loading, I think, what day is it? Sometime. I have the video filmed. It's either loaded already or hasn't been loaded. Let me see. Yes, that review will be coming on. It already loaded for you guys. Sorry, I'm looking at my posting schedule. So I did a review on an anime character, and again, my husband loves One Piece. His favorite character, though, is called Chopper, and I found a cross-stitch kit on AliExpress. He doesn't know I have it, and he doesn't watch my YouTube, thankfully. I want to get these two pieces done and framed for him for the holidays. So I have a decent amount of time to work on it, and I just have a feeling that this one's going to take a while. The other one, when you watch the review, which if you want to, I highly recommend going and watching that review. That canvas has a lot of block stitching, so that one I should be able to knock out relatively quick. I just don't want to work on it while my husband's home because he knows about this one, or I think he knows or remembers. I don't know, to be honest with you. I want the Chopper one to be a surprise for him because it's actually a really nice canvas. It has good colors. The image is very nicely printed, and I just want to have a surprise because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I suck. I suck at keeping surprises. So if it's somebody that I really care about, I just get really excited, and I want that person to be excited about it too. So I'll see how long I can keep the canvas from him a secret. So what I'm gonna do is just try to not stitch it around him, and hopefully if I do have to stitch it around him, he won't be paying attention. He kind of does his own thing when I'm stitching, or I'm stitching when we're watching TV together, because again, ADHD problems, guys, I have to multitask. So I can be watching TV, having my phone on and stitching and still know what's relatively going on in all areas. But the moment I get distracted, it's like, I don't know anything. So hopefully I'll be able to just only work on it when he's not around. But if I have to work on it, he won't be paying attention. So in my other videos, if you're a subscriber and you've watched through to the end, you know I've made comments about how I'm a heavy-handed stitcher and I break a lot of needles. My friends, here's a prime example. Look at this needle. Like, look at how bent that is. It's curved from where I hold it. So this is typically where my needles end up breaking. It's like right here. So I did a review on some needles I got. Oh, there's that. Give me a second. My daughter's calling me, and she doesn't ever call me. It might be an emergency. I'm going to pause you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. It was in fact important. It was a meeting about my kid's IEP, and this is what I mean about like the ADHD stuff, right? I totally even forgot about it. And so again, I have those systems in place where it helps me be successful, but only if I remember to click certain things. So I put the appointment into my calendar. But your girl did not click remind 15 minutes before. I didn't even click to remind myself, but it's in my calendar. So, hey, there's that. So that's all taken care of. As you can see, I hopped in the video from there to there. It's because while we were having the meeting, again, I have to keep my hands busy. Even at work, like I have clicker pins and like fidget pins that I mess with all day at work. So I am a person that has to keep my hands busy, which is why when the pandemic started, the little quarantining or whatever the hell they want to call it, the isolation started, I literally was going insane. So I was looking for things to do. I do play video games as a hobby. I play them on my DS and sometimes on our PlayStation, but it just wasn't cutting it for me. Like I feel like I wasn't getting enough like stimulation from it and I was getting bored easily. So I was going through our craft stuff and I saw a little, it was like a little kitty beginner stitching kit that my daughter apparently at some point wanted to get but never did. So I pulled it out the bin and I was like, okay, I'll do this. It was a counted cross stitch, first of all, for me to first remember how to do it because I got taught it when I was a little kid. Good luck with that. Um, it was again counted, ungridded. I didn't I had a hard time trying to figure out where the middle of the canvas was because it was just a little thing. It was maybe I want to say 6 inches by 6 inches. So I had to learn um, very quickly how to do that, and I would say that the image came out pretty nice for it being a little 6 by 6. Let me see if I'll show you guys in this video. I've showed it in other videos, but let me see. Give me a second. I'm going to, like I said, I have all of my stuff digitally done. So give me a moment. Albums and then cross stitching. So here you go, guys. Look at how cute it was. So when I did this, of course, it has back stitching and then it had a little French knot in it. And that's when I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. So I went on YouTube, ta-da, YouTube, and I was like, cross stitch kits. And then I learned about the stamped cross stitch kits and I was hooked because I was like, oh, it's like diamond painting, but with thread. So I really got hooked on stamped kits, hence why the majority of my stuff on my channel is stamped. And I was a little too nervous to venture into counted because of how long it took me to do that little itty bitty thing. It took me several hours to do that little pattern because again, I was trying to remember how to do it and I was having to read the instructions and I was having to go back and forth between the pattern and then my canvas, and then I was losing track and I had to unstitch some things. So it was definitely a learning curve. But I got through it, luckily. So with my YouTube channel, that's why I started it with stamps because I feel like a lot of people are getting into stamped cross stitch kits, but I do have a counted cross stitch day. I have purchased kits from online the same way that you can through for stamps, but it comes with the pattern, it comes with the thread, it comes with the blank canvas. So if you want, go ahead and look on my channel if you want to see the process on that. If you're interested or want to venture into counted, and see a review of the couple that I did order. I do have more on the way, luckily, that I found that I liked for counted, but I am way more comfortable now than what I was at the beginning of my cross-stitching journey with counted. So preferably I like stamped, but I'm no longer intimidated by counted cross-stitch, luckily. So I'm here for it, guys. I'm trying to make my channel pretty diverse, a little bit for everybody. I have smaller canvases, smaller projects. I have larger projects. I recently went into, I ordered a couple of beaded cross stitches, so I'm waiting for those to come in. I'm going to add a beaded day into my rotation, and that's probably not going to be every day, to be honest, because beaded takes a lot of work. Because I have to set up all the beads, and then I have to take those out, and I have to grab one every time before I stitch. So, sorry, I'm waxing my string. I don't like it when it gets fuzzy. So for me, I was like, okay, I might do 2 videos a month on that, and then work on it here and there. I'm more or less doing that for you guys for like review purposes and stitch alongs with me. So that way we can kind of get a feel for it together. That's one thing, I'll be honest, I really dived nose deep into diamond art. And again, I have a lot in my stash, but I can't even remember the last time I did anything on any of my canvases. And it's because honestly, I don't like sitting at a desk having to work on my project. Like right now, I'm sitting at my desk, but it's because I'm filming, I'm doing something, right? I don't like sitting at my desk for hours on end to diamond art. So I've kind of made away with that. I'll do it here and there. If anything, I don't see myself even filming for my diamond art because I really do like cross-stitching a lot more. So, yeah, I don't think you guys will ever really see diamond art on my channel, to be honest, just because it's just too much work to set it all up for filming and all that stuff. Not even just filming, I have a desk, we have a flex space downstairs. We use half of it for our kids' toys because they do have like board games and like action figures. I wouldn't necessarily say like little kids' toys, but they have like buckets and bins full of like Nerf guns and all that snazzy stuff. And then on the other half, I have a drafting table and then a desk set up for my diamond art. So when I say my husband's pretty supportive with all of my crafting stuff, he is. He definitely is. So I'll take it. I'm very grateful to have a spouse that doesn't mind me doing my crafting because I know that some people don't have that luxury. Okay. So this stitch with me, I think, where are we at? About 17 minutes. I might just rethread another needle. I like my stitches with me to be about 30 minutes. The only time I've done really long ones was when I do longer ones on my large canvas because that's so huge. And then I do longer ones if it's a very brand new start, or I'm doing a stitch with me with a tutorial. So like my counted peony, my very first one, I did a tutorial on how I use my iPad and my GoodNotes app to keep track of my patterns digitally. So, all right, so I'm going to pause you guys for a minute. I am going to rethread this and then I will be right back, guys. All right, I went ahead and already started that new thread right here. And I just started it with the pin stitch. So that way we can kind of just pick up and just keep stitching together. Also, I recently started for you guys, as our community starts growing, what's called viewer submissions. I will go ahead and leave a description in the box. In the description box, wow, I said that backwards. An email. So if you have a project that you're working on, go ahead and submit it to me in my inbox. It's down in the description. It'll say viewer submissions, and I'll include it in my next week's Stitch with Me videos. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to. I welcome it all, and I'd like to include you guys, my community, into my channel. Just know that we're all in this together. So that's why I was like, oh, I like seeing other people's stitchy projects. So whatever you're working on, even if it's not done, go ahead and submit it. Just let me know your YouTube handler name, what the project is, in case other viewers are interested in it. So just like let me know the kit name and where you got it from, so I can let our other viewers know in case they're interested in it. And if you have a link, go ahead and include that in the email too. That's just a little bit more helpful. I know all of us have different styles and tastes. As you can see, I like Asian influenced, I like anime, I like cartoony stuff. There's sometimes where I like landscape. I do have landscape. I like floral. My taste is very intricate when it comes to my hobbies. It depends on what mood I'm in. So, for example, my spring mountain canvas, I just like it because it has a river and mountains, and there's like pink colors in there that reminded me of springtime. So there's a couple floral pieces that I have in my collection I did a review on. So if you haven't seen that review, go and take a look below. I want to include those in my rotation too, but I'm going to be honest with you. I need to get some of these projects knocked out. I mean, a new start once a month isn't bad, and that's my plan, is to have new starts. However, because my channel is new, I had an influx of new starts. So, all right, we are looking for this symbol here. Okay, we have a whole bunch right down here. So I'm just going to come on over here now. Move my canvas up a bit. I'll stitch these on their own. I'm going to start here. So yeah, if you have anything that you're working on, go ahead and submit it. I'm going to try to not, like I said, I want to get these canvases done for my husband. His birthday's coming up in 4-ish months, I want to say. Yeah, about 4 months. I should be able to knock one of these out by then. I'm thinking it may be the other canvas. That's going to be a new start. And you'll be seeing that coming this week. So, if not, I think I'm going to post them on the same day. So I'll have 2 videos in one day. As this one probably, just because they're both one piece and I kind of want to keep them together. Okay, all right, here we go. I just had to get that first one started, guys. Sorry. I was in the little zone. Didn't pay attention if it was on screen or not. So if it wasn't, I'm sorry. I was really focused on getting it in the holes and all that. So does anybody else watching this video like anime or like cartoon characters? Not even cartoon characters, like the little drawn characters, like fantasy characters. I like fantasy characters too. I have a lot of ones that I ordered that are coming in that are like women fantasies, like fairies and stuff like that. Do you guys like stuff like that too? That's the joy about this craft is there are so many, it appeals to so many different people, right? Like, for me, I don't like ones that show like tons of buildings. So what's the one? There's one out there called European Village. Not my style. I like having more fantasy based. Sorry guys, I have to get my finger. I accidentally de-threaded. More fantasy based. But again, I do like certain landscapes. Like I like lighthouses, I like mountains. I don't think I really have very much beachy stuff. I like gardens. Let's see. What else do I have? My favorite ones to stitch, like landscape ones to stitch, are fall ones because I love the colors of fall, the oranges and the yellows. Here in Colorado, we have aspen trees. So when every year we take a drive up into the mountains and we go take a look at the leaves changing. So I really enjoy fall and all the colors that it brings to the environment. And then when we do those drives up to the mountains, we go to, it's a local mountain, it's called Mountain Pizza. It's called Bojo's. Guys, that pizza's so delicious. Like, it comes with local honey to put on the crust, and I know it sounds weird. Like the parts of the pizza on the crust of the pizza slice, you don't put it on like the whole crust, if that makes sense. But it's so delicious, and it's all local honey. But yeah, that's what I like when it comes to fall, those fall canvases. I love it when they're clustered together like this because I feel like I can knock out a whole bunch more pretty quickly. Because you're doing that Dutch stitch, right? So you can just stitch away and just keep going. And that's the hard part with counted canvases is you have to stop. Like, okay, I did 3 stitches, or like if I know it's a whole row, like I'll do the whole row and then be like, okay, let me stop what I'm doing. Let me mark my pattern so I can make sure I know what I'm doing. So again, today's my filming day. I think I've knocked out, I don't know, let me take a look. I'm on my 3rd video for the day. So this one is number 3. I have a few more to go. And then I'll be editing them and I'll schedule them to post with all my social media posts. And then I'll start my work week. So, yeah. So in case anyone is wondering how I post so much and I work and a mom and I go to school. I use the scheduling feature on all the platforms. You can even schedule your social media posts, which is pretty nice if you ask me. Then all I do is go and set a date and time. And then as feedback, comments, likes roll in, I just address those as they come in. Yeah. If you're new here, how did you come across my video? Was it a suggested video? Did you search up stamped cross-stitch kits and that's how I came up? Let me know down in the comments how you guys came across my channel. It lets me know analytically what you guys are doing. I know I just got my weekly, sorry about that guys, I just got my weekly recap and it looks like a lot of people were searching for kits and that's how I got quite a bit of new followers and reviews this past week. Let's see. Last week I was sick, so I had a stomach bug and I ended up having to take off work. That kind of sucked. I had coworkers messaging me like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "I'm at home dying." I really wasn't dying, but I was being a little melodramatic. I'm like, your girl caught a stomach bug, so it's nice to have coworkers that care about your well-being when they know what my work schedule's typically like. That's nice. What did I do? Okay. That made me a little nervous there for a minute. I was like, why is there a knot so close? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm on twirling my thread. And this thread is really soft, so it just slides right through the holes in the cloth. All right, I think I'm going to finish this row here. And then I'm going to call this stitch with me done for the week. I'm pretty sure we're around 30 minutes. Let me take a look. Yep, 30-ish minutes. Okay. Alrighty. All right, let me go ahead and park this. And then we'll get our table cleaned up and we'll wrap this video up. I like parking my needles if I have threads like this still on them. Sorry guys, I hit my camera. If I have threads like this still on them. So bear with me while I get this all cleaned up. All right, I went ahead and finished up cleaning up that kit. So that concludes our week 2 Stitch With Me of that one piece, the Pirate King anime stamped cross stitch kit. If you stayed all the way till the end, thank you so very much for staying and hanging out with me today while we did a Stitch With Me. I hope you got some work done on your project as well. If you're one of my subscribers and you stood all the way till the end, thank you so very much for your continuous support. I really appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber and you made it to the end and you like this content, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you liked this canvas, give me a like on this video as well. If you guys want to be added to my Facebook group, just go ahead and click the link down in that description box and head on over and I'll review your profile and review everything to make sure you're not spamming my group and I'll get you added in. Lastly, if you have any type of submissions that want to be submitted, go ahead and submit those to the viewer submission box as well. Thank you for coming along with this Stitch With Me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.